Baby, we are in for quite the week, and it's only going to turn up even more, especially with next week being elections, if there even is an election. And November is about to be a crazy, pivotal, life changing month. So, y'all ready to get into it? I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. What is going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm doing these more intimate Alana Souls videos. And yeah, this is going to be an astrology forecast for this next upcoming week from Sunday, October 27th up until November 3rd. Okay, so this is going to be for the next 7 days up until November 3rd. Now, if you're new to this channel or new to this type of video, an astrology forecast video is a little bit different than a tarot card reading video with tarot cards. Really doesn't really matter upon the signs or whatnot. It's just about, the feeling and the resonation. Whereas with astrology forecast, it most definitely deals with your rising sign. Okay. So of course we get into the general overall weekly overall messages for the collective and some of the astrological transits that are happening that are going to be affecting everyone. And then we get into how it's going to be affecting you personally. And you want to specifically look at your rising sign. Okay. Very different than a tarot video where it might be sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. With astrology forecast videos, it's specifically your transit sign. I'm sorry, specifically your rising sign. Okay, that will detail how you're going to be impacted. All right, but let's go ahead and get into this weekly overview, shall we? My God, this is going to be a week where there's a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of transformative energy. It's an invitation to address power and death, and it sets a powerful backdrop for those that are willing to face the challenges head on. Now, some people are going to have, more of a challenging week than others. Some people might, walk out of the week feeling blessed and feeling, a little bit on top. It really all depends on who you are and the perspective that you're deciding to take this week. But I do feel like my fixed signs out there, okay, my Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leos, you guys are definitely going to be going through some pivotal changes this week. It just is what it is. Like, it's your time to shine, and there's going to be a lot of things happening. All right. So first things first, let's go ahead and get into it. We got the sun that is going to conjunct Mars in Scorpio. Okay. That is going to be happening on October 31st. Okay. That is going to be happening on October 31st. So with the sun conjunct Mars in Scorpio, this happens around midweek, right? Because again, this is a week where we're marked by the potential challenges, right? Where it gives us a chance to dive deep into transformation. It gives us a chance to confront power dynamics and harness assertive energy. And so midweek, the sun is going to merge with Mars in this intense Scorpio, amplifying themes of assertiveness, of drive, and possibly confrontation. Now, this transit propels us to act on deep desires or long-standing goals with vigor, but Scorpio's influence suggests that these goals may involve hidden or complex issues like personal transformation, power struggles, or even uncovering truths. So for many, this energy is going to feel like a call to face your fears or past conflicts head on, right? Which could lead to a lot of breakthroughs, but it could also stir up a lot of tension. Now, while constructive criticism and action is possible, patience and mindfulness also help temper impulsive reactions and avoid unnecessary conflict. Now, after that, on November 1st, we do have the new moon in Scorpio, which is going to mark a very pivotal time. Obviously, we're just coming up off of eclipse season. We had the eclipse on the September 17th. We had the other eclipse on October 2nd, I believe. So we've been like rock back to back with eclipses. And then even with like the full moon that I believe that we had on like October 18th, that was kind of like a second wave of the eclipse. So we're kind of getting a bit of a break here because this is like the first first moon transit that we're experiencing, within like the last 2 months, that, we're kind of getting a bit of a break from, but how much of a break are we really getting? Because it's in Scorpio. We got some things going on with Pluto, and it's just like, it's still going to ask us to dive deep and to go there and to change. But that's why I say it just is what it is. It just is what it is. It's one of them things where it's like, just when you think you're able to breathe and you're able to, like the coast is clear, it is. It is. It really just depends on perspective. It really just depends on, your outlook and how you're looking at things, you know. Um, really, that's ultimately what it is. It's just how you're looking at things. But this new moon is going to mark a pivotal time, right? Because as the sun and the moon are meeting in the sign of Scorpio, this is going to be a fresh cycle that starts, encouraging the collective to set transformative intentions. Now, Scorpio's death brings focus to issues related to intimacy, to shared resources, to psychological growth, and it's an excellent time for releasing old emotional baggage or initiating new projects that involve deep commitment or healing. Now, the energy of this new moon is going to be intense, right? Because it suggests that personal growth efforts this week could involve letting go of old patterns and making way for something more aligned when it comes to inner values. Now, where exactly in your chart you're going to be affected by this, that just depends on where you have Scorpio at. That's why, again, with these astrology forecasts, it's important that you choose to go by your rising sign. But wherever you have Scorpio at in your chart, that is going to be the area where you are affected. Okay. Now, moving on, we also have Mercury, Trine, Mars, and sextile Pluto that is happening on November 2nd. Now, with Mercury forming harmonious connections to Mars and Pluto, communication becomes strategic and powerful, enabling clear expression of deep thoughts or previously hidden issues. Okay, right? Because Mercury's communication and Pluto is that scorpionic, that transformative energy, right? That power, right? So when you have all of these planets linking up, deep things can come out, secrets can come out, things that you didn't know were there could come out. I didn't know this person felt this way. I didn't know that's, how you really felt about me. I didn't know you were in love with me. I didn't know she really hated me. I didn't know this was going on. Very much that type of energy. So this transit is ideal for negotiations, research, or introspective dialogue that seeks truth. And on a societal level, it may reveal underlying dynamics, bringing previously concealed information into the light. Now, the collective might feel compelled to question motivations and look beyond surface appearances, which could aid in making informed decisions as Mercury enables clarity and honesty. And then lastly, we have Mars opposite Pluto that is occurring on November 3rd. Now, Mars and Pluto's opposition on Sunday, and that's going to be a big day too. This is going to end off the week, but then kind of set us into another week of just chaos. And so, with this Mars opposite Pluto, this is climaxing a whole week's themes of power and transformation. So this aspect often it brings up unresolved conflicts or hidden tensions, especially around control and around dominance. And at a collective level, this transit highlights societal power structures, and it might amplify public discourse around power, around truth and accountability. Personal lives might feel, this is a sense of intensity or pressure. And it's also, the day where you want to make sure that you're avoiding anything hasty, right? And considering how best to direct strong energies constructively. Now, for those working through conflicts, patience and detachment are valuable tools under this intense alignment. But I mean, overall, this week it's a time for introspection. It's a time for healing. It's a time for realignment with core truths. That prevailing Scorpio energy is definitely going to encourage us to go beyond the surface and make it a transformative period for those that are willing to confront the shadows and recalibrate. It's all about balance, patient, careful action. That's what's going to help everybody channel that energy constructively, right? So let's go ahead and get into it for each rising sign, okay? For each rising sign, starting off with Aries. So for my Aries, this is going to be happening in the eighth and the first house for my Aries, right? So for Aries rising, this week activates your eighth house, which is the house of Scorpio, but it's tied to shared resources, transformation, and intimacy, with the Sun and Mars conjunction highlighting change in these areas. So you're likely to experience a strong urge to resolve lingering financial or relational entanglements, right? So this could be like, oh, let me close out a debt. Or, me and my husband, we got this leftover finance. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Or we got a divorce that's pending. Let's go ahead and wrap that up. I got the taxes that I'm dealing with, this debt that I'm dealing with, just different things in those areas, right? And so when we have the new moon, that's going to encourage a fresh start in joint finances or emotional bonds. And then when Mars is opposite Pluto, that might intensify issues around control and shared resources, urging a deeper understanding of personal power in partnerships. So, definitely a lot of legal stuff could be coming up, but definitely Aries rising. This is like a week of just like learning where you fit in terms of how much you give away, how much you owe, and how much control you really, really do have. Okay. Now, for my Taurus rising, this is going to be impacting you in your seventh and your 10th houses. Okay. Now, Taurus, your relationships comes into focus as the Sun Mars conjunction energizes your seventh house of partnerships. This transit enhances commitment, but it may also reveal challenges where independence clashes with togetherness. The new moon on November 1st is ideal for new relationship goals or finding harmony in existing partnerships. Pluto's influence in the 10th house of career suggests that work related pressures could spill into personal connections, making balance crucial. Okay. So, this might be a week where it's control issues when it comes to work, how you're seen at work, how it is that you're seen, like in terms of like what do you do for your career. Could be gossip in the workplace, could just be, a matter of you trying to control your image, your destiny, get everything back on track with that, you know. But good luck with that. When it comes to Gemini risings, this week you're going to be affected in your sixth and your ninth house. So this week's energy impacts your sixth house of health, daily routines, and work. Thanks to the Sun Mars conjunction in Scorpio, you might feel motivated to overhaul your schedule or tackle wellness goals. The new moon here supports starting new habits or improving workflow. Mars opposite Pluto from your ninth house, philosophy and higher learning, may bring tension if work obligations conflict with personal growth goals or beliefs, calling for a thoughtful balance. Cancer rising. This week's Scorpio's transit highlights your fifth house of romance, creativity, and joy. With the Sun and Mars here, passion intensifies in both personal and creative pursuits. The new moon is ideal for setting intentions around love or new creative projects. Mars opposite Pluto in your eighth house may bring friction in intimate relationships or financial partnerships, encouraging a need for trust and a clarity in shared resources and deeper commitments. Leo rising. The Sun Mars conjunction in Scorpio energizes your fourth house of home, family, and personal foundations, placing emphasis on family dynamics and inner security. This is a great time to start new projects related to home or make necessary changes. The new moon supports these intentions. Mars opposite Pluto from your seventh house may intensify power struggles within close partnerships, reminding you to honor boundaries and communicate directly in relationships. Virgo rising. This week highlights communication and learning as the Sun and Mars in your third house bring urgency to express ideas and connect. The new moon supports starting a new course of study or improving neighborhood ties. However, Mars opposite Pluto from your sixth house could reveal issues in daily routines or health, urging you to find a balance between your mental and physical energy, especially in work or service areas. Libra rising. The Sun Mars conjunction energizes your second house of finances and self worth, encouraging you to take a closer look at income sources and budgeting. This week is ideal for setting fresh financial goals with the new moon support. However, Mars opposite Pluto from your fifth house may bring friction around investments and creative projects or family matters. Keep your focus on sustainable growth and self worth rather than immediate gains. Scorpio rising. This is a pivotal week as the Sun, Mars, and the new moon energize your first house of self, identity, and appearance. Now, you might feel a urge or a surge for drive for self improvement or self assertion, ideal for a new personal project or goal. However, Mars opposite Pluto in your fourth house may reveal challenges at home or with family dynamics, encouraging you to set boundaries and balance personal and family responsibilities. Sagittarius. The Sun and Mars in your 12th house of spirituality and the subconscious make this a powerful time for healing, introspection, and releasing old patterns. The new moon supports starting new spiritual practices or resolving inner conflicts. However, Mars opposite Pluto from your third house may intensify conflicts around communication, suggesting that you keep a calm, introspective approach while managing potential misunderstandings with those close to you. Capricorn rising. With the Sun and Mars in your 11th house of friendships, community, and goals, you're motivated to engage with groups or further collective goals. The new moon in this sector is excellent for starting new social initiatives or working toward long term aspirations. Mars opposite Pluto from your second house may bring tension around finances or resources shared within groups, encouraging a strategic approach to balance personal goals with collective responsibilities. Aquarius rising. The Sun and Mars energize your 10th house of career and reputation, making this week a powerful time for ambition, goal setting, or seeking recognition. The new moon here encourages you to set new career intentions or plan for growth. Mars opposite Pluto from your first house may bring internal conflict about how you're perceived, suggesting a need to balance personal desires with professional expectations. And I can tell you, listen, Aquarius rising, I can tell you that is spot on because the way that I'm sitting here doing this, and I'm just like already trying to think about how I can like set myself up this week with my astrology readings and whatnot, and my tarot readings, thinking about what I could do up front and have already ready to go. So I ain't got to think about it, but it's still like accumulating views and whatnot. Girl, y'all better go book a reading. Okay. Pisces rising. Pisces rising. This week's transits impact your ninth house of beliefs, travel, and education, inviting exploration and learning. The Sun and Mars here encourage you to expand your worldview, while the new moon supports new spiritual or academic pursuits. However, Mars opposite Pluto from your 12th house may bring inner conflicts or uncover hidden fears, encouraging a balanced approach to personal growth and subconscious healing. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Listen, these transits bring themes of transformation and power dynamics for each sign, emphasizing the importance of aligning personal growth with shared responsibilities. And so each sign's path involves balancing assertiveness and receptivity, navigating shifts in identity, relationships, and ambitions. And listen, this gonna be a week, but next week is gonna be even more of a week. And even with all of this, all I can just ask is that you pray, you stay meditating, you stay within your energy, vibrating high, and just focus on what you're supposed to be focused on. Okay, focus on your calling, on your mission, on your assignment. That's all, because it's gonna get chaotic out here. It's gonna get chaotic out here, and you're gonna need to protect your energy. Okay, regardless of what happens. I feel like Trump is probably gonna win, and then somehow, somewhere, it's gonna be a power grab and power switch flip to Kamala. But regardless of what happens, protect your energy. Protect your energy, because honestly and truly, none of it really matters. What matters is you, your energy, you vibrating high, and you staying true to the assignment that God in the universe has for you. Okay. So make sure that you go to thealigned souls.com, which is on screen, thealigned souls.com, to book you a personal reading. And yeah, we'll dive super in deep, super more deep into your personal life, so we can see what's going on with you. This is just a general overview. Hope that you enjoyed this. I'll be back soon with some tarot readings.